This is the infamous T-54. So in World War II, you have the T-34, which was iconic, you know, by design and everything. And then after World War II, they started, about 1950, they started developing this. It was very radical with this turret, this pancake-shaped turret. But this is a four-man crew. It's not like the next one, which is coming up that you've just seen actually, but it's in the scenario. So there's the T-54. It's a 100mm cannon on the front. And if you saw the news, the Russians are pulling these out of museums and using these in the actual Russian-Ukrainian war. So now these have come back into service. It's hard to believe. The machine gun on the top is a Dishka, and that is really, you're going to hear that fire. It's extremely loud. Okay, now you saw this a moment ago, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I wanted to stop it because this is the T-72, and that was the next development by Russia after that one, the T-54. You notice it's similar, but this is even lower. It's a lower profile, so they won't get ideally hit as much. So there's, you can see the evolution of the Russian tank, T-54 to a T-72, 100mm, 125mm cannon, big difference. Now these ragamuffins don't look like British vets. That's because they're not. But that is a Land Rover. It's called a Dinky. If you ever remember an old television program called Rat Patrol, and they used Jeeps in the desert in World War II. Well, it's the same type of thing. It's a Land Rover, and this kind of thing was used for recce purposes in the Gulf War. So you've got a machine gun on the front. That's manned by my son-in-law, Peter. You've got the driver, who's from England, but he's not a veteran, but he's a good friend, Robin Craig. And the gentleman in the back, that's my son, and he's got these twin machine guns. And the only problem we have is he doesn't want to let them go, so at the end of the show, he has to give them back. That's a wrap. It's an aluminum body. It's a nice piece of kit. It's pretty rugged. Land Rover. Here he goes. All right, you're looking at the vehicle. It's a CVRT. It's a CVRT, sorry, radio on, which is combat recce troop. I got this thing working. Reconnaissance track, CVRT, the T meaning track. And this came out in the 70s, early 70s, and the British had a number of them. Matter of fact, the Canadians entertained buying these rather than going on to the Leopards in the 70s when these first came out. They're made of an aluminum magnesium alloy. They have a J60, a Jaguar J60 engine in the front. They're very fast. They're not great on armor because, again, they're light. The idea is to be light. The turret is an Alvis turret, and the Canadian Cougar actually acquired those turrets and put them on our vehicle that was made in London, Ontario. So this is now this, you notice the flag? That's the King's Hussars, the 14th, 20th King's Hussars flag. And we have 3 of the original veterans that were in the Gulf War in this vehicle right now. And I've been putting up with them for 10 years.
So the reconnaissance units have located some Iraqi forces in a dug position. Just infantry, so they're quickly sweeping the infantry in front of them. reconnaissance units as they move up. But wait a minute. That's not just infantry. The Iraqis have a T-54 with a Dishka. The Dinky has to throw smoke to cover its escape. They did not expect the tanks to be in this sector. So the reconnaissance units did get away. Now you can see the Iraqi infantry have reinforcements. They're reinforcing that position now that they have tank support. And they know that somewhere out here in this desert, there is a British unit.
On fire, that's fine.
Well, it's not just the British unit. British units by their American allies in this sector. Here comes the 113.
Dude, you have to cover your ear. Don't worry about that. I already recorded.
CPRT is now taking the field. 3 to 40 to France. Here come the infantry. Allied infantry moving up. Some light armor support. But I still want to deal with that before.
Fireball.
Chair. Well, now the Iraqi infantry are pulling back.
They have one tank.
Iraqi tank still in sight, still active. Seems that he has a jam on his Dishka machine gun. Wow, CBRT is really firing at that T-54, but just bouncing off.
You have to cover your ear.
Well, CBRT is now slowly advancing up to the infantry. Provide more support. Looks like that tank's been neutralized, but wait.
Oh!
It must be the Republican Guard. They have the Iraqi T-72 now comes onto the scene to give support.
Oh, yeah.
And that T-54, oh, it's still kicking. Allied infantry scatter.
Cover your ear now. Right now. Cover the ear. Cover the ear.
Now 2 Soviet-era tanks on the field. CBRTs are CVRT in overwatch position. Do the Iraqi tankers even see that an F-60 is now in sight? They're concentrating all of their attention and fire on the British units. Infantry, they're emboldened. They're moving up to engage the Brits and Americans. Popping smoke to cover their movement behind the tanks. Now firing with AK-47s. The tank taken out. CBRT's moving in. The cloaked ring. Iraqi infantry falling back.
How about you now? To cover your ears.
T-72 just smoldering and burning. Allied infantry advancing. With their armor support now gone, the Iraqis they start to surrender. They're putting down their weapons, throwing up their hands. Vehicles pull in. And that's pretty much how the entire Gulf War went, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible amount of firepower from the Allies, overwhelmed Iraqi forces, and when they really closed the gap with them, they surrendered. So let's just hear one last time, all of the veterans, these volunteers, that all have put this incredible show together for you this morning. Thank you so much for coming out to Aquino Tank Weekend 2023. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, right after this show, you might just find the chieftain and friends hanging out around a Chaffee tank, and you might be able to win the World of Tanks Battle Royale main.
Hi.
I really want to sit in the tank. Or like how much the backpack is.
Wait, can I say hi?
I bet it's like $100 per person.
Really?
Yeah, don't.
Why?
Yeah, you can do it.
Hi, everybody. Today we're at the airport, and then we are walking to a car. We're getting a photo.
Without gas.
Yeah.
Huh? You think the battery gonna?
I saw
the battery gonna run it?
And I will show you.
You think battery
You
will
will
work?
see it,
Last
okay?
5 minutes?
When I show you, you look at it, okay?
I bet he's gonna make exception
Then
for
wait.
tank.
Oh,
Wait.
really?
Wait, wait.
Don't use gas.
Wait,
But other
wait,
people
wait,
ride
wait.
the scooter.
What?
You know, one
Watch
how
me.
many liter? Just for 1 meter.
Listen,
Oh.
okay? Military is expensive.
Yeah.
You know, one javelin missile?
There's one coming.
You know what? The giant gun,
See
right?
the
The
airport?
giant missile gun, like a
That's
RPG.
just my
they use to
famous
destroy tank.
thing.
They used to destroy tank one shot. One
And-
javelin missile, 800 grand.
How about this thing?
$800,000.
For this one.
$800,000
Do you like
for
it?
one.
They're cool.